Call in, tell a friend. All black, everything thick is flight, big dreams, many streams. We are back once again. Yes, indeed. Like and share, subscribe, and thumbs up like you're hitchhiking. Let's go. Back with the new series, Sweeping Live 2 Slash. Did you know? And when the world was black, hit me like that. Once again, love you, peace, and love to my pops. Man, it's been almost 6 months, pops, more. God, Mama, I love you. Y'all in my heart always. Getting it in. Right where we left off. Talking about the chemistry and technology already in Southern Africa a long time ago. A long time, long time. You want research though? Don't take my word for it. We're just sharing the information. It says chemistry and technology in Southern Africa. What do you know about Southern Africa? Mandela, apartheid, maybe something about Steve Biko, maybe something about the native Cajun people. Maybe you've heard that of the Hottentot people identified with Sarjetti Bartman, or maybe all you know is that Ludacris shot his pimping all over the world video out there. Hmm. Well, I hope that's not all you know. Either way, there's much more to know. For most of us, even those of us who do study African history, our knowledge of Southern Africa is limited to what has happened within the past 2,000 years. Yet there was so much that happened, excuse me, there was so much that was happening over here over 50,000 years ago. Excuse me. Got a little map here. Some map. Southern Africa. Yeah. It says still Bay culture. 69,000 to 67,000 BC. Archaeologists working at the Blamos Cave and nearby Sidibu Cave in southern Africa have assembled a body of evidence for a culture they've named the Still Bay culture. The people of Still Bay ushered in a wave of technology advances, including projectile weapons, manufactured jewelry, surgical tools, and chemical adhesives 71,000 years ago. These are the modern words, of course, but archaeologists describe the artifacts as stone tipped wooden spears, shells, beads, piercing needles, and the earliest examples of compound glue used for attaching stone points to wooden spears. There are even older examples of glue, old, such as a 90,000 year old finding in Israel. But this compound adhesive, this evidence was the first that allowed for a chemical analysis, revealing a compound adhesive made from the plant gum and orchard. Excuse me. The chemical formula used by the people of Still Bay was strong enough to endure repeated use in hunting, even by air. If that sounds amazing, it gets even better. The Hoisin port culture, 62,000 to 58,000 BC. About 2,000 years after it emerged, the culture at Still Bay basically disappeared. That's not bad if you consider that most civilizations don't last 1,000 years, don't even last 1,000 years, especially not nowadays. But after a 5,000 year gap following the disappearance of Still Bay, another culture emerged in the same region. Archaeologists call this one the Hoisin Port culture, 64,000 years ago, when other Stone Age people were using spears and stone axes, the people of Hoisin Port were using a bow and arrow. This was 20,000 years before the bow and arrow caught on for good. showing, as we noted earlier, that sometimes inventions don't serve enough of a social need to become widespread. Knowing this, it's reasonable to propose that some people could have been using bow and arrows 120,000 years ago, and we just haven't found the evidence yet. The evidence from this period in Sibidu Cave suggests that in addition to using spears and arrows to hunt game, the people of Hoyson Port used traps and snares to capture small animals. These devices used the same knowledge required for the construction of bows, latent energy stored in the bent branches, as well as the developed knowledge of cords and knots. In other words, their sheep knots would have put your scoutmaster to shame. Your scoutmaster, excuse me. Another dig from Hoyson Port turned up a cache of ostrich eggshells engraved with geometric designs, which science news and excuse me, which science news says demonstrates the existence of a symbolic communication system around 65,000 years ago. These artifacts, like the others above, were probably used as a show of skill and this and a means of distinguishing one group or manufacturer from another. The first brand names. Get it? Get it? But they also served a clear purpose. These ostrich shells were used as canteens complete with carved water spouts and probably helped their makers travel across the dry patches of Africa during migrations, including the one that left Africa about 60,000 years ago. As if that wasn't enough, the Houston port also has composite weapons. These moon-shaped geometric back blades were sharp on the straight edge and blunt on the curved back. They were attached to handles using compound glue, now made from a formulated, a formula of plant gum, ochre, and fat. Creative ingenuity. Woo! That's what we doing. The world is black, y'all. I'm gonna end it right there. Come back right where we leaving right now. Like and share, subscribe, thumbs up, like it. I can appreciate you for checking this out. Come on back. We getting it in live, direct. All black everything. Think it's black. Big Jake's mini streams. Let's go. I mean, let's get these likes up. Get these shares up. Let's go, y'all.